question for the people that have successfully gone through a divorce. Is it normal to see babies and feel so mad at them? Like, happy families? I am packing my apartment and it's just bringing up a lot of really sad memories. Packing our vow books, congratulations cards, things like that. And it just makes me think of the timeline of where I wanted to be right now. Like, thinking I would be pregnant right now. There's a playground outside of my window in my apartment complex, and just like seeing kids and like seeing families is like killing me.
I really don't get how men juggle having a relationship and being on dating apps. I'm single. I'm now on a dating app, one dating app. And let me tell you, I'm overwhelmed. Talking to 5 to 20 guys, overwhelming. I have to go back into our conversations and be like, wait, which guy am I talking to? What have I already told him? So I don't like repeat myself, sound boring, whatever. So I applaud men. I applaud the cheaters that can juggle so many things, because again, me innocently being on this freaking app, I'm about to delete it. I'm overwhelmed. And I've had like 4 guys ask me to go out on the same day, on the same night, and I'm like, I don't know who to choose. Should we go through them together and you guys can help me?
Maybe someone has an answer for me, but I am someone who has the balls to go up to someone at the gym and ask them for their number. Like, if I think you're hot, I'll do it. I got the balls. Anyways, but tell me why I'll go up to guys. This has happened multiple times. I'll go up, start a conversation, ask them for their number, say we should go out. They'll take my number and say, yes, like, let's for sure do it. I catch the vibe, and then I never hear from them. Like, it's okay, humble me. If you did not think I was hot or cute enough, chill, whatever, but please don't let me give you my number. Please come up with something fake. Please tell me you're seeing something, so I'm not left wondering why I even gave it to you and got excited in the first place.
People, we need to start shooting our shots again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? I hate rejection. I am very fearful of it. I've been doing a lot of things to try to get over it, and it's working. Who cares, right? It sounds creepy now that I'm saying it out loud, but I saw this cute guy, seemed kind of around my age appropriate, and I walked by the restaurant that he was working at the front of, and I was like, I don't want to be weird, but I like this guy. He's cute. So I end up calling the restaurant. He answers. He has a very strong accent, and I'm like, hey, you the guy in the front? He's like, yeah. Like, obviously it's the guy in the front. I'm like, off to a bad start. So I go, are you single? He's like, no. I'm like, well, damn. All right. I mean, I made someone's day and I shot my shot. Props to me.
We listen and we don't judge.
I over 15 people this semester.
15 people this semester? How many months are we in?
I don't know. My ex broke my heart. I'm sad.
Oh my God. So what's your body count? You just got 15 right now. What's your body count?
Don't worry about it.
Times 3. Facts though.
It's more than times 3.
디스커스팅한 냄새가 나요.
We listen, but we don't judge.
I've never committed to a man fully.
That's suspicious.
You've never committed to a man fully? Why not?
I don't like it. I don't like being in a relationship. So I talk to a bunch of guys, but I never commit to one because I like having my options open.
Come on. You want to
Go home and get the gun.
Damn! Go home! Run!
How many different guys have you talked to?
I don't even know, but I have not committed to a single one of them. That's what I know. So I would guess like 20 plus. I don't know.
If you still want men to chase you, I got some bad news for you, babe. Only men that are going to chase you are insecure men that do not respect themselves, men that is going to bring chaos and confusion. Healthy men, no highly emotionally intelligent man is going to chase you. No man that respects himself is going to chase you. Difference between pursuing somebody, showing interest versus chasing. You want to do is to jump through hoops to prove to you that he's worthy of your time. But it's just like, look at it from this way. How would you feel if a man is getting you to jump through hoops to prove yourself to him? Like, no, you're not going to be doing all of that. Same with men. Like, no, they're not going to be worth your time. I promise you.
No, because why are some of you lying about your height? Actually, not some, a lot of you. Why do you guys do that? Why do you say that you're 6 foot on Hinge and then in person you're 5'10" on a good day? I'm just like, if you're lying about your height, what else are you gonna lie about?
How comfortable do you have to be as a gender to come on the internet and record a video explaining how you stalked a man, called him 54 times, spent the night out in front of his home uninvited, and then proceeded to make a false police report on his name? How are you as a gender that comfortable to where you just, you face no consequences for harassment, stalking? You posted this for billions of people to see. You are so confident that you will never face consequences for stalking and harassing this man that you made a video series about it. You are so confident that you didn't stalk, harass this man that you made a 2-part video series and now you got all of your followers attacking his sexuality and calling him gay for not answering the phone or answering your phone calls. Women are unhinged. Genuinely, principally and morally, however you want to shape it, women believe that they can do, it's some women out here who genuinely believe they can do whatever they want and hide under the guise, they weaponize femininity. Like, she called the police on this man because he wasn't responding to her text messages. Called the police on him. He could have priors, he could have a warrant, he could have all this shit. She was willing to send a father to jail so she could get an answer to her text messages. Hell yeah, we on that TikTok time. Like, listen, bro, I'm trying to tell you, I be seeing some of the on here, bro, that women do, and they face no consequences for it.
I'm gonna plan a Valentine's Day for it.
Men are so foul. Me and my husband have been split for 10 days. We still live together. He's already on dating apps. I feel like I need to do a Who Did I Marry series because this is insane.
The response in my last video is not what I was expecting. More than 9 out of 10 men feel this way and more, saying that it's women's fault that men are no longer as chivalrous as they used to be. And basically that men are aware of this and are choosing to be this way, and they're all blaming women for it. But let me ask you this, to all these men blaming women and saying that they refuse to help women now whenever they see them in need, aren't you the ones dating women though? How is chivalry dead and you still want to date women? Who are y'all dating if chivalry is dead? What woman is going out with men who are not chivalrous? Are we just in a generation where people are choosing to be single now if chivalry is dead? Because I know I, for a fact, are not going out with any men who are not chivalrous, who are not in the mindset of, if I see a woman in need, I'm going to help. Who are you guys dating? I guess you're not dating women anymore, huh? If chivalry is dead, are you guys now dating men? Is that the ones appreciating you? I'm highly confused.
Hello?
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 Hello? It's me, Shawty.
Yeah, hey, Shorty.
Yeah?
Shorty, you told me
Yes.
I don't like you. I never dated you, so I'm about to head out. Ain't that right?
When did I say that?
You commented on my, we never dated. I never liked you. I was like, okay, fine.
That was
you
a
don't like
long
me.
time ago, bro.
Long time ago, it was last week.
Okay, but I didn't know what I felt for you, that's why.
Should have told me before.
Well, you like someone else, so you should, like...
Nah. I love you, Shorty.
No, you don't.
I love you, Shorty.
No, you don't. No. No, you don't. You make me just... You try to...
Am I the only girl that struggle with like super nice guys? Like, I don't want a mean ass guy, but am I the only person that gets like kind of aggravated when a guy is just like overly nice? What is that? Like, is that trauma? Is that toxic? What is that feeling when a guy is really nice to you?
What am I looking for in my next man? Obedience. I'm looking for a guy that's gonna go sleep in his cage at night, and I'm gonna come over and put the blanket over it when it's time to go night-night, okay? I don't need a guy with his own experiences, hobbies, memories, interactions, nah. I can't be having a man that has like political views, religious beliefs. Get that out of here, okay?
Question for the people that have successfully gone through a divorce. Is it normal to see babies and feel so mad at them, like happy families? I am packing my apartment and it's just bringing up a lot of really sad memories. Packing our vow books, congratulations cards, things like that. And it just makes me think of the timeline of where I wanted to be right now. Like thinking I would be pregnant right now. There's a playground outside of my window in my apartment complex, and just like seeing kids and like seeing families is like killing me, which is so weird because anytime I've wanted to get pregnant in the past, it hasn't happened. I've been like, I'm so happy for everyone that it's happening for, but like right now I just like, I can't even look like on my For You page. Like if there's like people talking about their fertility journeys or people who are pregnant, like I literally like can't even look. Like it's making me so upset. And yeah, it's weird to cry on the internet, but I don't know. I just feel like I can't be the only one dealing with this. And I feel like the different ways of emotion mourning this marriage have been happening every day, but today the family one really came out, and like feeling really alone. And then hearing people complaining about all their like kid stuff and like how they don't get sleep because their baby's awake and stuff. I'm just like, I wish I was dealing with that. I don't know if it makes any sense.
So ladies, black men have spoken. After reading all the comments on my post, Men Don't Like Women Anymore, I gathered a lot of information. So there are still men out there for you ladies to get. There's still some nice eligible black men, but they have, it seems, given up on women after the Me Too movement, the feminist movement. I guess accusing men of all kind of things, such as the R word, trying to use men for their money and for lunches instead of genuinely liking men, trying to obtain a high quality man or a provider type man without, I guess, giving back and doing things to be able to get that type of man. So the men have just said that they're there, but they're tired and they're focusing on themselves. They're going to the gym, they're working, they're saving up their money for themselves, and they're not going to be conned into dates and lunches and things like that for you all if it's not appreciated. They also mentioned the fakeness that a lot of women have in this day and age. I guess the getting the bodies done, fake nails, fake eyelashes, weaves that resemble white women's hair and it's not natural to you. I guess they want a natural black woman, so they claim. Sure, okay, I mean, that's fine. So women, what do you feel about this? There are men out there, but they are in hiding right now. They're hiding from you guys. They're deprioritizing women. How are you guys feeling about this? Are you willing to change? They're scared, basically. Are you willing to change your ways? Are you willing to take off the eyelashes, wear your natural hair out, embrace yourself, love yourself, be more empathetic to men, not just use men for dates and trying to get free lunches, actually help out in terms of like cooking more, cleaning more, being more feminine, not being too masculine, calming it down, not being so combative, not being so argumentative, more submission. How do y'all ladies feel about this? These are the men's requests in order to get our black men back. That's what they're looking for. How do y'all feel about this?
What I find in a lot of situations is that men just want compromise. They want reciprocation. Y'all be saying with all this makeup, all this weave on, I want this, and this. And if a man says, okay, let's go to a coffee shop, let's do this, there's no compromise. And so a man is saying, okay, if you won't compromise with me on going over here, then I don't want this, and this. So you're forcing men with your actions to draw a hard line because you won't compromise, because you don't have the emotional intelligence or the emotional maturity to say, I really don't need this. I can do without this. I can still have a little bit of makeup on, but I don't need all that. Y'all will never say that. Y'all will never acquiesce to a man's what he would want to do. And then y'all get mad when a man don't want to do anything for you.
I just watched a video from Just the Girl talking about the homeless black woman. And I don't understand why all these black women mad. Because she was telling the truth. And as you can see, I'm a black woman and I can identify to what she said. Being that I'm almost 50 years old, it took me a while to get this, but I didn't get it too late. I thank God for that. And what she basically saying is a lot of women out here, you living above your means. That's why you getting evicted. She right. I just had a guy, because y'all know I cut hair on the side too in my barbershop just the other day. He came in there and told me how fly this chick was that he met at the club. And then on top of that, he gonna tell me when he got to her house, he said, bruh, cause he called me bruh. He said, bruh, she ain't had no blow-up mattress. She had a mattress on the floor. I said, what? I said, yeah. Then he said she had dirty sheets on it, said she didn't have no front. Make a long story short, what she was given in the club she met him in was not what she was given when she got to her house. That girl is talking about basically what we know is true. That's why everybody mad. A lot of black women live above their means, like that girl in the club, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, whatever he said she had on and stuff, driving a Mercedes. But when you get to her house, she ain't got nothing. Priorities are backwards. And it equals eviction at the end of the day, because if you ain't living good enough to have a nice furnished apartment, but you driving a Mercedes and you dressed up in Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all this stuff right here, but you can't furnish your apartment, that tell me a lot. That tell me what your priorities were. When I first met my husband, I still had an old school 2005 Chrysler 300. But guess what? I had a house fully furnished because I don't give a flip about what kind of car I drive. My priorities at home. I'm still not perfect, but she right. We as black women put our priorities in the wrong spot. She is right. We be trying to keep up with everybody, trying to live a lavish lifestyle. Then you look down on the man talking about 50-50 when you cannot afford your lifestyle by yourself. I said what I said.
Exactly. But modern women with demented thoughts will twist it into something like they won.
I've never been happy. That's the reality of it. It's like literally Friday.
Your life is over. You thought it was that easy, huh? You thought you were just gonna be able to drop out of college and become a millionaire? Nobody is buying your OnlyFans. I hate to break it to you, but you don't even look that good to be doing all this. You quit after 1 day of effort. You couldn't even get through 1 day of college. Are you no work ethic? Look, I ain't in college, but how hard can your physics homework be for you to drop out in 1 day? You know what? Let's say you do make this. Let's say you become a millionaire. Every time you lay your head down at nighttime, you're gonna be picturing the thousands of goons to you daily. Is that what you want? Motherfuckers stroking they shit to you?
Why do men want to be too big? Like, they want to be too much for her to handle. And I just don't understand that. Being told that you're the perfect size isn't enough. And I can't wrap my head around it because in the end, you're not gonna get what you want. You'll never know what it's like to see it disappear. Nothing satisfies you.
As a single person, this is my impression of what goes on in my head when someone tells me love will find me when I least expect it, or to focus on myself when I say I want a relationship.
What men fail to realize is that women have friendships with other women that have them raising their standards. Women friendships have raised the bar so much for what we expect in relationships because we go out on dates, we do fun adventures, we go on trips, we surprise each other, we get each other flowers. So it's like, why would I accept less from a man when I have women in my circle that would do this for me and they're not getting anything sexual out of me? So a man that wants something sexual out of me can't even fathom planning a date from start to finish. Women are raising the bar for other women, straight up.
Being on a dating app as a tattooed woman is the most interesting thing in the world because my profile literally says, "We'll get along if you don't talk about my tattoos," but it's towards the bottom. And they'll like my first photo and say, "I love your tattoos." And I'm like, "Thank you for scrolling past my first photo, you piece of..."
I do have a question. For the girlies that, and please, y'all, I don't want to tussle. This is legitimately a genuine question. For the girlies that don't do coffee dates and, prefer dinner dates, if it's not about the money, because if you just prefer that a man spend more than $10 for the first date, I'll have no question. Or for the girls that are like, a coffee date is low effort, not low cost, because there's no question there. It is low cost. But if you feel like it's low effort, what about dinner feels high effort? It takes 2 seconds to make a reservation on OpenTable. I guess I just want the girls to admit that it is about money. I do want you to spend more than $10 on a first date. Like, admit that it's about the money and stop pretending that it's about the effort. Because low-key, it's probably more effort to find a really good coffee shop than it is to go on OpenTable and book a reservation. And this is coming from a girl that loves coffee and loves food. I don't have no problem with coffee dates. I also don't have a problem with women that don't prefer coffee dates, because baby, this is your world. If you don't want to go on a coffee date with a man, you literally don't have to. I also think it's important to note that I think that coffee dates are appropriate in some instances, and maybe some instances they aren't. If we meet at Whole Foods and we bump into each other in the produce aisle and, we get to flirting and, attentions start flying and I'm like, oh, this could be something. He's like, this could be something. Hey, can I have your number? I'd love to go for coffee sometime. I think that's totally appropriate. Now, if you've met a man on Hinge and y'all have talked on the phone 10 times and FaceTimed and done all the things, then no, I don't think a coffee date is appropriate, obviously. But I guess I just want us to say, I don't like coffee dates because it gives cheap. And I want to go to dinner. And I want an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, a couple of drinks. Just say that. Just say that.
That, and you can go to dinner after coffee. I mean, y'all can make a night out of it. If y'all meet up at 5:36, y'all done had a cup of coffee. Hey, man, I'm vibing. Man, I'm kind of hungry. Do you want something I wanted something a little bit more substantial. Y'all can go to dinner right there on the spot. But it ain't got to be nothing all expensive. And hey, man, we just vibing. We want to move it to another place. Modern women don't want that.
So why I gotta be called a name because you don't agree with my point? But I am picked and proud. Thanks for noticing. Also, men test y'all all the time. They might not call them tests, but when a man says, hey, you want to come over? That's a test. When he starts talking to you all freaky over the phone, that's a test. When he sleeps with you before any type of commitment, marriage, that's a test. When you give a man a baby before he marries you, that's also a test. You guys don't like the word test, but men test you guys all the time, just like women test men. No, I don't condone the quote unquote testing to see how a woman acts. I'm just trying to put y'all on game to tell y'all what's going on and how a lot of y'all are fumbling. But if you're willing to cuss somebody out and call them names as your grown behind is doing right now, then you know what? You just kind of proved my video. Again, ladies, if you want different results in your dating phase, in your dating world, grow up. But I did want to say this. I never once said that a woman couldn't want things, couldn't have things. I said in the beginning of the video, I like Valentine's Day. I celebrate Valentine's Day. That wasn't the point of the video. So yes, if you wanted things as a woman and you articulated that to the man that you were with, then great. And if he did not execute or he acted like, your feelings didn't matter, which I said in that video, then that's a whole different scenario and situation. But don't be mad at me because I'm trying to give y'all the game. Don't shoot the messenger, homegirl.
Break it down for a game.
If I'm contributing, I'm not listening to you.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and that's probably why you're not married. Because
I don't want to be married.
Well, it's easy to say. You said just deny it because you can't do it. I get it. But
I can't do it.
But listen. Let me break it down. Right. Just because you're putting in the money doesn't mean you're fit to lead. A man is going to be, not all the time, more logical. He's going to have more skill set because he's much more has been required of him through life because he's a man. So therefore, the woman says, I trust you to lead. There can't be two pilots. There's a pilot and a co-pilot. But at the end of the day, the pilot is the one who makes the final call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you can't, if there's two people trying to drive the same car steering wheel, you're gonna crash. It's gonna be a problem, and you're really gonna go nowhere. And that's in most relationships because everybody wants to say so you're not gonna go anywhere. Somebody has to be able to step back and let somebody leave. And I feel like it's a position of strength when a woman could say, I trust you and I'm gonna step back and let you lead.
For sure. But you should be handling most of everything, and I should just be paying the cable bill and cooking you dinner.
Well, If that's the case, then I'll just go get a prostitute then, right? If your woman doesn't want to contribute nothing, just want to be
So
here.
their cable bill and dinner.
That's nothing. You might as well not do you know what I might as well do? I might as well just go get a prostitute every night I want to have sex if you're just going to do nothing.
But is the prostitute gonna love you?
Or do you love me or do you love what I'm doing for you if you don't even want to put nothing in? A woman can't love me if she don't want to put her all into me. If she only want to pay a cable bill, she don't really love me. She just here for the money. That's how I feel.
How do you feel about that, L? You think that's true?
What?
That if a woman want to do bare minimum, does she really love that man?
Yeah, she could love him and do bare minimum and financially and do a lot around the house.
If a woman is trying to tuck her bag to herself and just she don't love you. I've never met a woman who really liked me a lot who didn't want to give me everything.
I don't want to give nobody everything.
You ain't never loved nobody.
Right, because everything, it should be that. It should be mutual love on all sides. And that
Why would a man who loves me want to take everything from me?
Because he's giving you everything.
What is he giving? What is he giving
I'm not
me?
taking everything from you because we're one at that point.
We
If
together.
I love you and you love me, we're one. So your bag and my bag is the same bag.
So my bag and is my bag. Your bag is my bag too, then.
Now, my bag is my bag. Your bag is my
That
bag.
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Losing women romantically is hilarious. Oh no, I've lost the opportunity to pay for everything. How will I survive?
Bro, that reminds me. I have to show you a TikTok.
Okay, go on.
This guy, Leo Gonzalez, funny on TikTok. Funny on TikTok, bro.
Say less.
And he did this one. I won't even speak about it, bro. We'll just watch it.
You like her? Talk to her. Nah, I'll talk to her. Hey,
Yes,
you're single or what?
you could never.
Could never what? Bag a loner eating at the restaurant by herself? It's not Tumblr, mijita. Please be so for real. I'm not interested, bro. If I wanted you, I would have had to say much less. It was actually for my homie here who actually has bad taste.
So he's interested?
No. You think he wants you after this? Oh, that was embarrassing. You need to be a little more humble, and you're a little too shallow. You need to be a little more demure, okay? That would go a long way. No, that's embarrassing. You ended up with nothing. So yeah, you're right. I could never.
Stop it!
You've either sent it to me or put it in the chat, but I've seen
Bro?
that one before. I've seen that one before.
Mijita.
Yeah.
Bro. I wish I had Spanglish in my wheelhouse. I wish I had Spanglish in my wheelhouse, bro. Mijita.
Yeah. It is different.
Yeah.
It is different.
That's embarrassing. Bro, he is jokes on
Say
TikTok.
less.
I stay binging his stuff, bro.
Say less.
Big props to him. He's too funny, man.
Fair play.
Sorry.
Shout out him, man.
On the first date, I'm asking you if you're in debt.
So just say that you're broke. Just say that you're literally a brokey. Just say that you don't like women. You don't care. You're only in it for yourself. You want the princess treatment because that's what you sound like. He goes on to talk about how if I were to have a significant other and we get married and she has $50,000 of debt, I don't want to pay that.
86% of women say that they want a man to make the first move. 50% of men are scared of making the first move for being seen as creepy. And 20% of Gen Z say that a man approaching a woman in person always or usually constitutes harassment. Women who still want to be approached. You have men who know that if they don't approach, nothing's going to happen. But if they do approach, they're scared of being seen as creepy. They're concerned that they're going to either upset this girl or that they're going to be part of some Me Too scandal, which isn't good. And then you have a societal pressure. Lots of men are checking out of the world.
You ever see a man and he just has that look in his eye that indicates he pulls mad? Like, he can get any woman he wants. Even if he's not conventionally attractive, there's something in that stare that's like, he's a player. And you can almost smell it too. It's kind of crazy. It's like quantum physics.
Bro, this is not the flex you think it is. Basically, what you're saying is that you're a house hopper. Because why do you have I've dated providers, plural? So that means that you done live with more than one dude? Like, getting provided for is supposed to be for people that's engaged or people that's in a long-term relationship. Like, I'm not living with every dude that I talk to. Like, I'm not living with every dude that I go with either. Like, so basically you're bragging or flexing on being a house hopper. You're a house hopper, so you don't even need to give any advice.
Guys, I'm so embarrassed right now. I shot my shot last night with an A-list celebrity, and it was so bad. It was the worst game I've ever spent. Okay, so last night I went to my favorite place in New York City, Joy Face. It was a friend's birthday. If you know, you know. Joy Face is the most fun place to go out in New York City. It's like dancey 70s, 80s music. They have a disco ball. There's a waterbed in there. It's just like cool, good time. And it's low-key a spot that you can see celebrities, but not pretentious. So like last time my friend saw Paul Mescal there. It's just like whatever. So we're inside and I'm at the bar and one of my friends was like, oh my gosh, that's Evan Peters. And I was like, okay, yeah, yeah. I didn't think anything, like I wasn't like trying to talk to him or anything like that. Also, I feel like people in New York aren't really like that. They're a lot more low key about it. So he was just kind of chilling. It wasn't like he was at a table or anything. He's just like on the dance floor. And there's a table right next to it, like right in the middle of the dance floor. And my friends were over there. So I like go up on the table, I'm dancing, I'm having a good time. And I'm wearing all these rings and one of my rings falls off. And I'm like, oh, I get down and I have my flashlight on and I'm looking for the ring. And then Evan Peters comes over and he's like, oh, what are you looking for? And I was like, oh, I was like dancing and I lost this ring. And he's like, oh, I'll help you look for it. He was so nice, so nice. So he's like helping me look for it. We're not like really making small talk, but like, you know, he's just like being really nice. And I'm like, okay, do I like shoot my shot? Like, all right, like, I was so bad, guys. I feel like usually I have such good game. I don't know what came over me, probably all the margaritas. So we're looking for it and he's like asking me questions about the ring, not like about myself. Like, and so I'm like, oh, I'm cringing even thinking about this. Oh. I turn to him and I'm like, oh, well, if we can't find it, I guess you just have to get me a new one. Oh my God. So bad. So I don't even remember his reaction. I remember it being something like lackluster, and I was immediately like, I should not have said that. And then I like left, and he left shortly after. Like it. Why did I say that? I meant it to be this like flirty, cute thing, and it just sounded like I was a gold digger. Oh my God. So anyways, that's how I completely missed my shot with Evan Peters. I don't know that there was a shot to begin with, to be honest. I mean, I was looking pretty good last night, but yeah, I flopped hard. Hard. Oh yeah, that one stings.
And now you understand the difficulty that men have creating something out of nothing. Heard one woman got upset because men mentioned her tattoos and how much they liked them. Woman is full of tattoos. Got mad, talking about, I want you to read my profile and start with something else. Your appearance is the first thing that people notice. Y'all can have a conversation about that and then move on to something. Oh man, I love your tattoos. And they were complimenting, oh man, I love your tattoos. And then move on from something else. Stop being an idiot.
Gen Z, we are in a pretty man shortage, and I think we need to have this conversation. I think we need to talk about it. I can't remember the last time I saw even a cute guy.
Maybe we could give her the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, listen, she's dressed up like a little worm right now. Maybe we're missing something. But don't worry. No, we were not missing anything. This is a perfect example of what happens when you are completely dishonest with people about their appearance. Because this girl is coming on here saying, we're having a shortage of good-looking men out there. Ma'am, you are an average to below average looking woman.
So I'm listening to the Breakfast Club this morning, and they was talking about that Glorilla line where she was like, she like her men with a little bit of ugly, right? And then they would have to call, all ladies call in like, you know what, do you like a man with a little bit of ugly or whatever? They was like, yeah, I love my man a little bit of ugly. And all the women agreeing with it. I want y'all to know, first off, a lot of y'all women are medium ugly or whatever, a little bit of ugly. Y'all just cover y'all. See, men, we don't get to cover. At best, you gonna get a retwist in the lineup and get their beard shaped up. That's it. It is what you see with the men is usually men are unfiltered. You get what you get. See, y'all done got bamboozled into thinking that y'all look better than what y'all look because y'all throw them goddamn coloring books on your face. But it just showed that a lot of women are insecure, number one. And number two, that's why y'all have so many problems with the men that y'all do date. Because y'all be talking about, like, you don't be attracted to them. Y'all be making up all this in our head, but at the end of the day, if you like your man, quote unquote, like your man a little bit of ugly, that's why you don't take, like, that's why every little thing he does when he's not spoiling you or treating you right gets on yours, and y'all have a short leash because they ugly. You're not attracted to them. You're gonna give an ugly person a short leash when they start pissing you off. So it makes sense why y'all have issues with the men that y'all be with, and then y'all can't get with a man that look better than you, because then you get the short leash. And a lot of women can't handle being with an attractive man. They can't handle not being the prettiest one in the relationship. Hell, most of these women can't even handle being the equal level of attractiveness with the man that they're with. That's why y'all love that little bit of ugly line. That's why y'all want y'all man with a little bit of ugly. Like, I don't know who some of these women think they is, talking about medium ugly men. They be like, oh yeah, I love, cause they know how to treat you right. So why ain't none of y'all married? Why ain't none of y'all married then? Oh, because the minute they do something or try to communicate, or you gotta actually put into him, or y'all get to a little riffraff, you ready to cut him off? Cause you're not attracted to him. Goes back to the conversation y'all was just having about that woman. We're talking about she's not attracted to her husband. Y'all just be dealing with
those videos that are like, if a man blocks you, it's because he can't stop thinking about you. If a man blocked you, it was to force himself to stop talking to you. If a man blocks you everywhere, it's because he's in love with you. Y'all's egos be a little too inflated for reality sometimes, and mine isn't big enough to believe it. I can tell you why I'm blocked everywhere. It's because I'm annoying. I'm relentless. I do not stop. Anytime a man has blocked me, it was 110% because I was disturbing his peace, and he valued his peace more than he valued having a relationship with me. And I can admit it. I'm not delusional. I don't live in La La Land. Like, let me hit y'all with the real. If a man blocks you, it's because he wants nothing to do with you. Just that simple, like.
Exactly. But modern women with demented thoughts will twist it into something like they won. So Clay says, God forbid a man tries to make conversation. Clint says, I'm going to make my entire personality about my tattoos, but not allow anybody to talk about them. Sunshine says, and the crowd goes silent with confusion. Katrina says, girl, you cannot have me siding with men. Another woman says, girl, I'm sorry. I'm with the boys on this one. Like, you have a prompt for this and don't want to talk about it, but like it's not adding up here, especially when you have so many. Somebody else says, I'm a therapist and studying to be a doctor of clinical psychology. I have no idea what's wrong here. This is dumb, and this is why men walk away. It's why men don't approach you, because they ask a genuine question, and it's not the question that you want to answer at the time. There's nothing wrong with it at all. This is why you can't find a husband. This is why you're going to be on the internet talking about, this is why I'm single, because men don't know how to read. You trying to prove a point to everybody, and it's a dumb point. It's a dumb hill to die on. This why men walking away from stupid stuff. They ignoring you now because y'all come up with the dumbest stuff. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to sit in my stupidity. No, just if you have something that attracts somebody in terms of attracting attention, then this is the question that you're going to get every single time. They're going to start off with what's the most out there, outrageous, flamboyant thing that you have. Man, what is that? That's weird. That's crazy. That's interesting. Man, where'd you get that? Hey man, what's the most recent one? That's what they're going to say. And then the more they talk to you, the more you share about yourself, which is what you could be sharing. Then you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. All right. So this is interesting about you too. After they get off the initial shock. But the initial shock, and not in a bad way, is that you have tattoos. So people want to talk about them. That's natural. But what you modern women do is think that you can control the flow of everything around you. You got another human being there. So y'all are going to be talking about different things. I don't know why this is a hard concept. Maybe you need to go sit in a dark room and really develop some critical thinking skills. Really develop an idea of what human behavior looks like and the natural flow of a conversation, and then come back out and see how your conversations flow going forward.